as a narcissist, a lot of times I love to argue. I love to argue with people, prove a point, and feel better about myself, because I feel better about myself because I've proven you wrong. I've proven that I'm right. A lot of narcissists want that. They want to be right. They want to be the perfect person. They want to be the person that's worshipped, that's adored, that's the center of attention. And as a result, whenever type of conflict or things come out, everything breaks loose. Everything falls apart. Everything gets really crazy for a period of time. And you might see that in the narcissistic relationship that you're with, where it'll be like the idea of like projecting, where the narcissist starts to feel like they're losing the battle and they're getting angry, and then they're saying like, why are you angry? They're throwing stuff back at you. It happens in like cheating, where the narcissist is cheating, having an affair, and they come back at you and be like, you're cheating. They'll throw their problems back on you. But what they'll also do is they'll work to take an argument and they'll work to destroy it piece by piece by piece. And not that it would ever fall under a logical argument as far as, is this right or wrong, yes or no? Like sometimes the answer is really simple, but the narcissist will still be arguing their point. But they'll argue technicalities. They'll argue the small little things of the argument. So you could be talking through a ton of different things, and all they're going to do is they're going to pull out the one thing, the one small thing that's incorrect or untrue or possibly not true, and they'll focus on that to devalue your entire argument. A lot of narcissists probably would make really good lawyers because they're going to look through the little details and nitpick the tiny things to be able to destroy your argument. If they can destroy your argument, they can destroy you. If they can destroy you, they can control you. And that's what they do a lot of times. They'll try to destroy your argument through the little pieces. And it's crazy. It's crazy sometimes what they argue about. My wife and I will argue about like anything. Like literally we had a moment a couple of weeks ago that it took us time. We had to circle back around and work through it. But literally like the crux of the argument, like if you looked at the actual like topic, was about picking up a broccoli and a cucumber. Sorry, zucchini. I always pick up the wrong one. But that's all it was. But in the moment, I wasn't making her feel safe. She was feeling like worried and unsure about how I was coming across. I wasn't making a safe environment. And as a result, produced an argument, produced feelings in her, produced frustrations in me, clash. But with those type of arguments, what I want to do is I want to get into that argument, get into the weeds, and I want to pull out the tiniest things to destroy the argument. I was talking with someone on a one-on-one not too long ago, and the narcissist was arguing with them. And in the argument, they were talking about abuse. They were talking about how much the narcissist had hurt them, had abused them. And we're talking like not just like mentally, emotionally, we're talking like physically. Like they'd actually laid hands on this other person. And the narcissist wanted to come back with a statement, you know that's not true. I only hit you 3 times. They'll argue about anything and everything, but they'll try to devalue your entire argument through tiny little pieces. Tiny little pieces that they can break down in your argument. You're arguing with a narcissist and you say one thing. You call something aqua when it's actually navy blue. Boom, gotcha. I'm going to destroy your whole argument with that one piece. It's crazy, but they can do it. And you've probably experienced that at different times in talking with a narcissist and dealing with the highs and the lows and the craziness of arguments, where you'll be in an argument and all of a sudden you'll kind of sit back and you're like, I don't even know where I am. Like, I don't know where this argument started. I don't know where this argument's ending. And it's very cyclical because the point is to distract you from the point and to get to the place where you just give up. You see, if I'm in an argument with you and we're going back and forth and I start to realize I'm losing the argument. Maybe I'm losing it because you're swaying the room or you're swaying other people. Maybe I'm losing it because I'm realizing, hey, my logic actually isn't totally secure. So in that moment, I can't admit that I'm wrong, because that's like death to narcissists. I can't admit that I'm wrong. I can't be vulnerable to admit that I'm feeling that. I can't be vulnerable to express, hey, I actually feel like some shame and guilt that like I've been pushing so hard on this and I'm realizing that I'm wrong. So as a result, I got to pull out defense mechanism. And my defense mechanism is to destroy your argument. So first we're going to focus on destroying it. Okay, you said a technicality. Like, technically, I didn't say that. I said it this way. Technically, I phrased it this way. I didn't actually ask you this. I asked you this. Like, you actually have it wrong. Like, now I step into the idea of, like, gaslighting. Okay, so I can't win the argument with logic. I can't win it with actually fighting that. I'm going to take your argument and I'm going to work on destroying it piece by piece. Actually, it wasn't this. It was this tiny little thing. Like, you're wrong about this. It was Aqua instead of Navy. Like, all this kind of stuff. Like, tiny little things. Then we're going to step into gaslighting. Okay, so like that didn't work. Now we're going to gaslight. Actually, like, that didn't even happen. Like, literally, we're talking like crazy arguments that'll happen between you and a narcissist. And they'll come back 30 minutes later and they'll be like, what are you talking about? I told you I was going to do this. Like, we didn't even have an argument. Like, what? Like, are you crazy? Like, literally, like, this didn't even happen. Argument, going to try to nitpick at the technicalities. That doesn't work. We're going to try to gaslight. That doesn't work. Now we start coming after you. Okay, well, you're just really angry right now. Like, I think you need to calm down and take a moment. Like, I think you need to step back and actually examine, like, your facts, because I think you're a little bit too prejudiced on this. I don't think you actually know what you're talking about. You know, maybe if you were smarter, you could actually figure this out. Now we start degrading. Now we start devaluing. It's a system. It's a process. And many of you have experienced it over and over and over again. And the crazy thing is, if you look down the comments, you'll probably have a bunch of different people from all walks of life, from all places, from all across the globe that is say, wow, that's the same thing that happened in mine. And guess what? They're all the same. Like, a lot of times you'll see people from all across the globe that they comment in and they say, like, hey, this happened with my narcissist, and like literally I can like finish the rest of the statement because it happens with everybody. It happens with every narcissist that's out there. Now, I know there's outliers. I'm not saying 100% of the time it's all those, but you will find a ton of similarities in narcissism. You'll find a ton of similarities in their arguments. Is with an argument, if you're losing, fight on a technicality, and gaslight for the win, or to devalue the other person to destroy the argument. If you can do those three things, you've won. Because then the other person walks away. They walk away with nothing resolved, with nothing accomplished, oftentimes hurt, destroyed, crying, and upset, because they thought the other person cared to have a discussion, and the other person just cared about being right. That's all. If you like what you see here, subscribe. Comment below. We'd love to talk to you more. Interact on social media. We got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'd love to see you guys on there as well. If you want to talk one-on-one, go to my website, rawmotivations.com. Click on the one-on-one link and grab a time to chat. I talk with people who struggle with narcissism, that think they're narcissists, think that they've just learned about it. Their ex just sent them a video of mine. They're like, wait a second, I might be a narcissist. I talk to those people. I talk to people who deal with narcissistic abuse. They're stuck in a relationship, trying to get out of a relationship, already left the relationship, want to go back. Try to work with them to break the lies. Would love to talk to you. Would love to try to help you any way I can. If you listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us some stars. Help rate the episode just so I can get more acknowledgement and awareness out there. I'm on here to bring awareness about narcissism, growth, healing, and change. Anyways, thanks so much.